Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. Many of you may have heard this by now, but some of you may have not. Apparently, from what I've seen, what I've researched on the news is that 50 people were killed in a massacre at a Florida gay nightclub, and it says that 53. Okay, you have 53 people injured, 50 are dead. And this took place at an Orlando, Florida gay nightclub. Now, this was a prodigious mass shooting, and it surpasses the 2007 shooting that took place at Virginia Tech University, where you had 32 fatalities there. Now, the shooter, Omar S. Mateen, he was shot and killed by police. I mean, this is unfathomable. This was the biggest. Apparently, this is the biggest mass shooting in U.S. history. Now, there's speculation as to whether this was due to any animosity toward gay people or whether this was possibly terrorist affiliated. Now, you just wonder, when is this madness going to end? Now, many of you may know that a deranged, perhaps psychotic fan had killed Christina Grimmie, and she was an aspiring singer, and she did appear on that show called The Voice, and this took place in Orlando as well. I mean, it just goes to show you that there's virtually no safe place anymore for anybody. It's very sad. I mean, this is very devastating and tragic, of course, very traumatic. I mean, when you take people's lives, you're causing something detrimental to their families as well. You cause a lot of despondency with them. But I mean, I was shocked and appalled by this. I couldn't believe this was the most the biggest mass shooting ever in U.S. history. And to think, if you have 53 people that are dead and you have, 53 people injured and 50 that are dead, that means a minimum of 103 shots were fired. And not only that, it just shows you that was there nobody there to intervene and stop this? Was this such a spontaneous, unexpected thing? Maybe people were just so caught off guard. I mean, I guess probably what happened was this happened so abruptly and spontaneously. People were probably just concerned about maybe trying to run for cover, but it just shows you. I understand that bullets are fired very quickly, but when you look at this, I mean, you're talking 103 shots minimum. I'm sure there were more than that. And how long did this persist? And apparently, there was a hostage situation that took place. It is reported, so it's more than apparently, I guess. And what happened was the police did arrive at some point, and they did wind, as I stated before, they did wind up shooting the killer. So, but really, well, what this does is it just makes you feel, when you hear about these things, you just have to question the safety of places in America in general. There's been shootings at movie theaters, at places that seem very tranquil, very peaceful, and you feel you could be in this nice place, be in some atmosphere where nobody's going to bother you, and there's not going to be any problems. Well, even those places that you feel very strongly that you're not going to have any problems is obviously you're not 100% safe there. And this is a matter now. If this isn't a wake-up call for the United States and try to make some changes as far as gun control, then obviously I don't know what is. And my prayers and my heart goes out to the victims of these murders and the people that are hurt, and to their families as well. They are in the prayers, and I do hope that something. Maybe this will inspire some stronger action in connection or conjunction with gun control, because to me, this is saying that this is incomprehensible would be a vast understatement. I'm still not just well, I'm still in a state of shock by the fact that you had that this was the greatest as far as a mass shooting goes, that this was the biggest ever in U.S. history. And you talk about the Virginia Tech University incident where you had 32 casualties, you have 50 dead. In this one, as of right now, that total is at 50, and that's 18 more than the 32, and that surpasses the 32 by over 50%. So that just shows you how large and inordinate amount this is. I mean, one person dying from something like this is one too many, and then you have to factor in that there's 50 that were confirmed dead. Now, that is obviously 50 too many right there. Well, anyway, people, this is Edwin Learnard, and until next time, stay well.